begin recording. So here's a funny story. I don't remember what fucking room you guys were in.
I think the last room that we explored, we went.
There was a room full of corpses, right?
Yeah, and we noped the fuck out of there, and we went into like a watchman's sort of bunk area.
Right, yeah.
And that's where we were. I think we're right after the room full of corpses.
My notes say explore west.
Right, because I think you guys went to the southern watch room. Right, yeah, and you couldn't find another way out. It was a dead end. So you guys went back to room 6, past the corpse room, and then obvious exits that you haven't already gone through are west. So you head west.
We do.
Through a door that was open, but not smashed. You take a left turn to face south, and then another left turn to face east, and there is a door on your right that has been opened and sealed with some sort of mucus.
Aww. Gross.
Huh.
The hallway continues in an easterly direction, so this exit is south.
So the hallway is continuing, but we see an exit that is in the wall of the hall, and it is sealed with mucus. But
Yes.
It seems like it was opened at some point, and now it is currently sealed.
Yes. That is correct.
Okay.
Can I knowledge nature the mucus?
You may.
Splendid. Is that nature or planes?
You tell me.
Knowledge nature 15.
Okay.
I'll take a look as well.
Okay. 15 on knowledge nature. It appears to run on some form of electricity. No, the closest thing you can make an analogy to is it looks sort of like the same gunk that ants use to support their tunnels. So it starts off as a liquid, but it hardens. You would understand that it is both physically and chemically resistant.
So I imagine engineering or planes?
What are you rolling, big boy?
Let's try Let's try engineering.
Okay.
That's a 30.
Okay. This is a compound that's often used in aboleth lairs. It's a sort of a chemical seal. It's harmful to the touch. It will definitely impose the aboleth sickness.
If we try opening it manually.
Yeah. And I mean, like, even if you'd have to open it from a distance in some way that would eliminate it, because if it gets into the water, you're gonna get that gunk on you. I mean, you won't suffer the effects because you're underwater, but still. Yeah, it is highly chemically resistant and highly physically resistant. Heat would be very effective, but it's hard to make a fire underwater, you know? And it does have to be fire. Like, you can heat up the water around that as much as you want. It's not going to care. It was made to resist that.
Right.
Aboleths use it to seal the parts of their lair they don't want you going in, you know? If you have a back exit, you're like, ah, shit, I could collapse the wall, but, fuck, I'll fill it up with mucus, I guess. Ah, Christ. It's something they only do if they feel it's necessary. They find it embarrassing. Like, imagine
So it's
if
probably So there's probably a good chunk of mucus behind all this too.
Oh yeah, this is not a thin membrane. This is like a wall of mucus. Like imagine if you had to use your own shit as bricks to wall up a door. Like
You might say that's shit and bricks.
give me a second.
You want that I go stab her?
No, it's fine. It's fine. There we go. Oh damn it! No, I don't want to do that. Fuck.
Well, I know one way to get through it, but
No,
or I know a
don't
couple
wanna
ways
do
to get
that
through
either. There we go.
Oh, shit.
it. All right. All right. Does someone share something? Because I don't see anything.
No.
Oh, I kicked.
Was I
Pinch.
supposed to get kicked?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then I'll leave.
No, you can come back.
No. You go
Was
back.
it just punishment for shitting bricks?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
What do you think I'm doing this for?
Just send it to Time Stop Central. As yeah, you should call
I
it
was like, oh,
Time
God.
Out Central.
There's more here that I don't know.
I don't know. There's something more. There's sending someone to Time Stop Central, and then there's fucking forced disconnect. Like it's the difference between throwing someone in the brig and tossing them into the ocean. Just like fuck you. I got back on the boat. I don't care. I just wanted to toss you into the drink. Fuck you. Anyway, so Dave, you wanted to ask me mucus questions.
Well, I figured disintegrate would work, but it's kind of overkill. So I'll make a couple little squiggly motions with my hands, and I will like little tentacles with my fingers, and then I will make a squatting symbol, and then I'll say in that
Sense motive?
You succeed. It means I'm assuming the basic reference of this mark is like you had to shit to make this wall. You fuck.
aboleth shit is basically what I'm trying to convey.
Yep.
Okay. I swim a little farther away from the aboleth goo wall.
And I'll also say, like, trying to figure out how, like,
Pity none of us know sign language.
I know. Sort of like trying to make a symbol to indicate that you sort of become a zombie afterwards, so I'll pretend to be a zombie.
Clem gives a little fishy laugh.
Underwater, 20 questions.
Underwater 20 questions. Is this our only route forward?
No, the corridor continues on.
Yep.
Then Holt's going to gesture towards the continuing corridor, and
Clem gives a fishy nod and heads on that way.
I forgot you were a fish.
I did not.
What sort of fish? I was wondering that after the fact.
Like a trout.
A trout. Like a freshwater fish.
Makes sense. Which then makes you wonder, where do the rivers and lakes of Septemport come from?
Don't worry about it.
Underground.
Duh. Ooh.
Yeah, but water flows down. And Septemport is all up.
Don't worry about it.
Bold of you to assume that physics and hydrodynamics apply in Septemport as they would in the rest of the world.
A fine point from Reynolds.
I just figure it's all piped to the mountain since it's a freaking spaceship.
You are absolutely correct. Anyway, so as you guys are heading down this hall, there is a malfunctioning, sabotaged teleporter crystal. You've seen these sort of things before. Obviously, it links to another crystal somewhere else in the lab, but this thing doesn't work, and I don't believe any of you have the ability necessary to fix it.
Is it technological or magical?
Yes.
I'm gonna cast a first level spell that I haven't used yet, but I've been dying to. It's called Technomancy.
Ooh.
Ooh, fancy.
This is what I'm looking for. Hey. This spell grants you the technologist feat for the purposes of attempting knowledge engineering. Fuck yeah. So
I think that means you win.
give me a beautiful knowledge engineering roll.
Let's see, that is 32.
So I got good news and bad news. The good news is you could actually fix this quite trivially. It wouldn't be too hard. The bad news is you don't have the tools necessary to do so. It requires a special a set of warp calipers, and no warp calipers, no repair. If you can find the maintenance section, they'll definitely have some warp calipers on hand, and then it'll be no biggie, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Fix the teleporter crystal.
All right, I'll tuck it into the into my. Oh, wait a second. I will not tuck it into my haversack just in case.
That's a good idea. Oh, it's you try moving it. It does not move.
Oh, okay. All right, so this is not a mobile crystal. This is like a crystalline placement.
Well, it's not actually not a crystalline placement. It looks like it's free floating in the water, but it appears to be some sort of fixed point in space.
So oddly, I've had that spell for like, close to a year. Oh yeah, I should use that one eventually.
All of a sudden, you are filled with the knowledge of grub, and you're like, oh yeah, no, you just need some warp calipers, slap it together, get some billabong on a didgeridoo, some warp tape would really do the trick, but I mean, those other shards probably weren't necessary anyway.
All right, I will keep my eye out for these things. I have no idea what they are. And I don't see any signs of a tool room or or like a broom closet in this area.
You haven't seen one yet.
Okay, just curious. It's like I know how techies are. They tend to like to have their toys nearby.
That's true. Check it out. Warp calipers.
Is the only thing in this room the crystal?
It's not a room. You're still in the hallway.
Oh, it's in the hallway. Gotcha.
Yep, it's just sitting in the hall.
Does it look like it's supposed to be there, or has it been moved and discarded?
No, it looks like it's supposed to be there.
Okay.
Now that I think about it, actually no. Funny.
I take out my Pearl of Power, which I haven't used in like freaking year and a half, and I will regain my first level spell Technomancy.
Ooh.
Yeah, I used it a few times back when we were first playing, but I never have run out of first level spells, so it's kind of not usually that useful.
So, oh damn it! I cannot find the GIF that I'm looking for.
What are you looking for?
It's the GIF with it's got the two guys in the limousine, and they like start looking at each other, and then they like zooms in on the puppet that one of the guys is holding. It just keeps cycling between all the guys in the limousine again and again.
What the fuck?
Oh yeah, man.
I've literally never seen this before.
Is it this one?
That is exactly the GIF I was looking for. So,
Well done, me Master Cap.
Thank you.
woo!
Thank
see?
you. Take
You
a
see?
bow.
Cap gets it. You guys need to pick up the slack. Cap is carrying this game.
I am doing no such thing. Just because I have the highest strength score doesn't mean anything.
Anyway, so there's another little bend in the hallway, and then another bend. Everybody make a perception roll.
You got it.
Why do you do this to me?
I want to let
Is it because-
you just succeeded. I need to make you fail. I need to keep you humble.
Okay.
6.
35.
And Clem,
38.
the two of you sense a mild psionic disturbance. The two of you have become so accustomed to it. So whenever Alexander comes close, you can feel it.
It's like a buzz in your brain.
Exactly.
I gesture towards Holt and his shield, and point to his shield and make a arm motion of keep it up.
Oh boy. He does so. Yeah, that thing's not coming off while there's aboleths around. They will have to remove his arm.
And do you guys enter the room?
Yes.
I send my familiar ahead. Oh, never mind.
Holt's like a familiar. Anyway,
Me?
So Holt, you turn around the corner. The room before you is dimly lit, but don't you have dark vision?
I do, to 60 feet.
Hey, you can see two of these homeboys looking at you.
Oh, nice, nice, nice.
Let me see if I can find a delightful image of such things. Shit, if I were a better Photoshopper, I would just slam jam a fucking wizard hat on one of these guys. Because they're actually dressed in a garish manner.
Dressed aboleth.
Yes. One of them has trifocals. Well, it has lenses over its 3 eyeballs that apparently help it see. And the other one is also literally wearing a wizard hat. Classic vintage wizard hat. And when you round the corner, the attitude between the 3 of you is accurately represented by this meme. They look almost ashamed that they've been caught.
That was from Arrested Development.
Yes, it is. How did you find this? What
Oh my God.
keywords did you
I'm not gonna reveal my secrets.
Damn.
I'm just really good at using search engines.
Hey, man.
Jesus. That's it just keeps on.
The man has Boolean skill, okay?
It's unrelenting.
And straight up,
I can't look at it anymore. It's really freaky.
isn't it? And straight up, this seems to go on forever. The 3 of you are just trapped. It's just oh, hey, whoa, what's going on? Oh, hey there, oh, hey, buddy. What's going on? Whoa, hey.
Holt draws his sword and activates the unholy purple lightning.
Nice.
And the 2 of them psionically emanate. Whoa, hold on, whoa, baby Jesus, oh my God, what the fuck?
I can't fucking hear it, because I'm... Does it block telepathy? Does it block psionics? I have no fucking idea. Mind shielding. Mind buttressing.
You said buttress.
That's what it's called.
Pitch. Don't make me do it again.
I moved.
Oh, immune to possession and mental control and compulsion effects.
Okay.
So
So the three of you can definitely hear these apolyths. They're like, whoa, whoa, hey, hold on, buddy. Whoa!
I don't move to attack them, but I try to look as threatening as I can while treading water.
You don't need to tread water. You're heavy enough.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'll just stand on the bottom.
Unfortunately,
just floats.
Unfortunately, even at this range, you wouldn't be able to execute a charge because you can't fucking walk in this shit.
Yeah, yeah. I just lumber my way through eating hits until I can get there and nuke them from orbit.
But anyway, so the three of you are engaged in this Mexican stare-off.
Yep.
And it's like, whoa, 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 looters' rights? And like they look at each other and they're like, yeah, looters' rights. We got dibs. The shit's ours.
We're interested in one thing. I'm mentally trying to project this to the forefront of my mind, since I can't fucking talk.
So it is irrelevant what you say. The response back you get is, could you speak up a little bit? We're sorry. And one of them, like, telepathically pushes his spectacles up his face and just says, sorry, we can't hear you with your inferior brain.
I look to Sal and say, do you want me to fucking kill him? With, bubbles. Because I'm not used to talking.
I know what he's thinking, and I'm thinking it's just like, inferior brain. I will project utter murderous rage in their direction.
Okay, all right. We're feeling the hostility here. We're feeling the anger. Just calm down. No one needs to get hurt.
Sense motive. Are they preparing to whoop our asses?
Roll that beautiful sense motive footage. I don't know if they have a bluff score.
I think they do, yeah.
To the stat block. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, they do.
Support file for that. Suck my dick.
Damn, son.
A 29.
Oh, that's right. You got really good at sensing motive because you have a dirtbag girlfriend. They are definitely, well, I mean, they're already prepared for a fight. They've got spells in their minds and loot in a extra dimensional space that they would very much like to abscond with. Yeah, like they don't want to strike first. Something is staying their hand, and that strikes you as bizarre. That's very, very weird for an Aboleth.
I got a 36 on mine, just if that matters. I don't know.
Yeah, you get the distinct impression that they actually don't want to fight you guys, which is super weird. Like an Aboleth, even against a superior opponent, would say, no, we kill you, and if we die, that's not going to happen because we're the superior being.
No, the last time that we fought Aboleths in here, do these guys seem bigger or smaller on par with the size? Are these runt Aboleths?
No, actually, they seem to they are smaller in stature, but they obviously
radiate magical and psychic power.
Yeah.
So the last ones were sort of like first level fighters. These guys aren't.
I was about to say,
Gotcha.
Salandra, it dawns on you. You got like a 36 on your sense motive?
Yep.
You're dealing with nerds. Wait. Damn it. I dropped the ball. Holy shit. I can't believe. Ah, damn it, give me the thing. Okay, thing not found. Let me see if I can get this. There we go. Nerds!
Hey, Reynolds.
Yo.
Reynolds,
Yep.
how much do you love me?
I love you quite a bit. Yes! Yes!
Did you do the thing, babe?
He
Yeah.
did! Straight up! One of
Oh
them
my
is wearing
God.
a hat that looks like that! Ahem.
I paid $120,000 to be able to do that.
Let's go into the pinned messages. There we go.
Jesus, okay.
Wait,
It is a different wizard hat than the one that I put on Jeff Bezos.
I was about to say I didn't pin Wizard Bezos.
Wizard Bezos is pinned on the other chat.
Oh, okay.
Would you like me to stick him in here
Yes,
so that
please.
okay.
I've got to pin him.
All right, that's fair. Open file location. Here's Wizard Bezos. It just keeps getting better with age.
Every time I see it, it's only better. Your contact in the consortium today is Wizard Bezos. Shit.
Shit.
You always get
Hate
the stuff
the
on
guy.
time, but he charges 10% more. And you know he treats his apprentices like shit. They can't even unionize. Sorry. They're encouraged not to unionize. There we go.
What's a union?
Hey, anyway. So you're dealing with these nerds.
Right. Nerd standoff.
Clem just gives a little fishy shrug.
Are they blocking a path forward?
This is just a room, right?
Yes. They're not blocking a path forward.
Okay.
None that you can see. There might be another exit on the same wall, but you can't see it.
I am going to look to Solandra and look back to the aboleths and again.
I will.
You pain in the ass underwater. Go ahead.
I am thinking kind, diplomatic thoughts.
I will sheath my weapon.
No, it's not for that. For that, you don't. I'm trying to do something.
How are you?
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm gonna try to talk.
Make a.
Do you understand?
Make a raw charisma roll.
Okay. Not my best. 15.
You try talking with your mouth, but you figure it out pretty quickly. Don't talk with your mouth, and don't talk with your mind. You need to feel it in your heart. So, you open up your heart a little bit, and the words just sort of emanate out of your body.
Can the others hear it, or is it just the aboleth?
Everyone can hear it. You are currently communicating in Omnothian. Everything can understand you.
True speech.
Are you able to comprehend me now?
Whoa, yeah, Star Child, what's happening? Says the one in the wizard hat.
So, we're interested in one thing here, and then we will leave you in peace. I know that you're collecting things, and I know that you don't want this fight right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never heard of a fucking aboleth not wanting a fight against vermin like us, or to enslave us.
The one in the wizard hat continues. Well, you know, we saw how much the enslavement pisses y'all guys off, so we figured we could do something that wouldn't piss anybody off. And then we don't have to worry about anybody kicking down the door. Or mucous membrane, as the case may, and the one with the lenses says, or mucous membrane, as the case may be.
They're such nerds.
You're harvesting.
I just want to shove him in a locker.
You're harvesting chosen genetic stock to make a race of slaves.
I mean, yeah, we didn't know who we were taking them from. We just knew there was a big old pile of jizz and eggs that nobody gave a shit about. We make some people, we get the people, and then, you know, and then they can start making their own people and nobody has to get hurt.
And that's what you've been collecting in that extra-dimensional space over there?
Oh, yes. We've also, you know, found some other stuff that was lying around, but, you know, finders keepers. And then the one pushes up his lenses again and says, squatters' rights. You understand. You're an adventurer after all.
Yes. The other rule of adventuring is that anyone you find who has something you want, you have the right to take, if you recall. That's adventuring rule number 1.
Maybe for the unenlightened barbarians.
Yes, says the slave taker.
Whoa. No. We're doing this so that we don't have to do that anymore, man.
You're talking about breeding an entire race of slaves.
Yeah.
From birth.
Uh-huh. From discarded genetic material. You guys threw it away. You just want us to let it go to waste? That's fucked up, man.
So this extra-dimensional space, is it visible from this doorway that we're having this standoff in?
Yeah. When I say extra-dimensional space, I mean they have a very large sack.
So like a bag of holding?
Yes. But it's an aboleth-made bag of holding. You don't want to know what it's made of.
About how far away are they?
They are about, So this room is built like a large hallway. It's got a whole bunch of those sort of like jean storage tanks.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, 30 feet away.
Okay. Good to know. Just carry on.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not asking this for any reason.
No, of course not.
So, that was not discarded. It was temporarily left somewhere where it would be safe. And we represent the people who own it and have the rights to it. You can see that you guys probably know Salandra enough, and she has a crappy enough bluff score that she's not happy.
Yeah, that much is obvious.
So these people you'd breed, they would be sentient. They'd have souls. They'd just be under your domination.
The one with lenses pipes up and says, "Sentient, technically. We've developed a nerve stapling procedure that'll get rid of all of the other pesky, higher thinking abilities that they would possess. We don't want them to suffer."
So, basically, you want to create a type of flesh golem, but a little bit more living.
Whoa. Flesh golems are all cool and shit, but they're really fucking stupid, and sometimes they go fucking crazy. Unessential neural pathways relating to self-preservation and free will are severed, creating a docile and obedient client species.
Jesus Christ.
Client species, that sounds so pleasant.
Doesn't it? I'm sorry.
So many mental conversations.
All right. I get to a fucking extent what you guys are trying to do here. And for a pair of disgusting, arrogant worms, you seem well-intentioned.
You see, that's what we're talking about. Hey, we're not... we're not all about that slave-taking lifestyle, man. Like, it really harshes our mellow, but the other guys are all about it. They're not gonna stop. Believe me, we've tried to convince them.
So tell me this. Why isn't it that you are... Why is it that you don't seem to want to make the first move here?
Because you're people? And killing you would be bad? I find it astonishing, and yet I am not surprised that that the likes of you have no regard for living sentient life.
Okay, 35 cents motive.
What? On what exactly?
Are they for real?
Yeah, man, they are for real. The one with the glasses is just making fun of you because you made fun of him for the exact same thing.
Mm.
He's just turning it around, being like, "Geez, you say you care about people and that you expect us to kill you? Who's the real monster here?" He's gonna defeat
So much
you
for the
with,
tolerant left.
He's right. He's gonna defeat you with logic, facts, and reason. Have I made the most annoying moral choice yet?
I mean, it's not really a more. Give a shit.
Is it? Is it?
Listen, we came here for one thing, and anything that stops us from getting that thing, I'm going to. Or I'm inclined.
Who's stopping you from getting the thing? You only need one small, teeny tiny gene sample.
No, I thought we had to destroy all the gene samples.
No, you need to destroy all of Doskius' gene samples.
How do I know that they haven't picked up Doskius' gene samples?
You don't, but you could just ask for it instead of killing them to take it.
Yeah, that's where Solandra's been going. It's
And
just
then on
that
the flip
she's...
side, killing them will also stop their ingenious scheme to create a series of nerve-stapled humanoids that aboleths can use as breeding and slave stock, so that they are not they don't have an incentive to enslave, you know, people you know and like.
Just kill them. Just kill the aboleths. Just they're not even useful allies. They're all so egotistical.
Very Holt of you, Holt.
Clem's gonna have a fucking aneurysm thinking this over.
Yeah, like I was telling Ronald, it's just like Solandra's hexes are starting to sort of like wake up. They don't have a target. They don't have a target, but like the ice hex is the temperature and the water is starting to go down. So, she is in a really pissy mood about this.
I can't imagine why. I made this up a week ago. I've just been
just to piss me off, right?
Yep. Yep. I just wanted to present a situation where it's just like, I don't know what the right thing to do is. Fucking, I don't know. There's an easy choice. I don't think there's a right choice. There's definitely a wrong choice.
Let's see. I would like to roll a sense motive on Solandra.
Solandra, that Salandra has no bluff.
Yeah, you critically succeed. She's actually genuinely torn. And correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh yeah, well, she's torn because she understands that what they're doing might improve a bad situation, but the idea of creating a slave race is something that she can't stomach, and kind of enabling that is just the idea of it's enough to make her want to just sort of rip this whole place apart. So you'd say that Salandra is suppressing the desire to let loose a fucking blitzkrieg.
Well,
I mean, she is right on the edge of
and
like just homicide.
that is why it sometimes pays to have an evil-aligned person in your party. I would like to call Jakara to my hand.
It doesn't.
Doesn't?
It doesn't.
So,
Like, it does the flip up thing, and then like you're like, yes, to my hand. And it's like, no.
what?
It's telepathic.
So, raises his hands, and nothing happens. He appears kind of shocked, and then just sort of casually crosses his arms, standing on the bottom
Oh
of
no,
the...
it's way more embarrassing than that.
Is it?
Oh yeah, let me find the GIF.
Please do.
Wait, no, that's it. Yeah, here's the one.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And
Yeah, that's...
And the one with the wizard hat just says, "You playing hack, bro?"
No. It's bubbles.
Oh,
God, that shit is so funny.
hey, brother, can you play switchboard for Clement Holt?
Certainly.
I think he's got enough range in his telepathy nowadays.
This is true. So, Clem and Holt, you start getting like this sort of like NPR style radio broadcast with Brother as the host and these two creatures sending him messages. And his part of the conversation opens up with, "All I'm saying is that the flesh is weak." And like the Melvin one is like, "Oh, I absolutely agree, brother. I absolutely agree. The Phi Stone that you were drawn from is certainly one of the most superior life forms in the entire galaxy. That's not what the argument here is about. What we're saying is that there is a difference between conscious and unconscious life. And we intend to draw that line, letting conscious life thrive and doing with unconscious life what we will. For without
What the fuck is
consciousness,
this?
can evil be properly
Hold on, I wanna
executed or
listen to this.
implemented? And brother's like, you make a fairly good point, and the other one's like, yeah, man.
I asked brother to have set up a conference call for us,
the sort
so
of,
you guys can express your opinions as well.
so you can relay your thoughts to, okay, so unfortunately brother's at his limit, so here's what's going on. Clementine and Hope, you
Yeah.
can hear the radio show. Brother can hear everything. It just whether he chooses or not to listen, that's the question. The aboleths can communicate with Solandra. They can communicate with anyone, but they are holding a separate conversation with Brother than they're holding with the three of you. And Solandra,
brother's mind, his ego is pretty freaking enormous, so
right.
he should be okay. He should be okay against them.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He can hold his own. And Solandra, you can hear the thoughts that Clementine and Hope project, but you can't hear what they're hearing from the radio show. But you can hear what the aboleths are saying when they're talking to the three of you. But so like crap. We're just trying to create the line between conscious and unconscious life. Right, so then the hippie one sort of follows up with, could you, like, do evil to a rock by destroying it? Like, that's not evil, it's just a rock. Like, it's barely even alive. And
So-
Brother is like, it's a fair point. I may be a very sentient form of inanimate material, but a lot of it out there is very dull. And, like, there's literally a laugh track.
Does Jakara join in this conversation at all? That would be funny.
Oh no, she is not.
No,
allowed.
she's pouting.
She is absolutely pouting, and she is not allowed. Like Brother, so, Jakara sends a lot of calls to Brother, and Brother has blocked her number. He finds her to be one of the most insipid consciousnesses he's ever come into contact with.
And he's met me.
Right? He does not have flattering things to say about Holt.
That's fair.
Wait, let me see if I can find the line. Oh, fuck. Let me see.
Yeah, I think that brother right now has a 19 int, a 15 wisdom, and a 15 charisma.
Whoa, he has double my intelligence score.
Shit. Nope, that is not what I was looking for. Damn it. Fuck.
What are you looking for?
No, this is one I'm gonna find on my own.
Okay.
Come on, stay in there. Oh, right, actual art degree. Ode to Halt by Brother. Trite, contrived, mediocre, milquetoast, amateurish, infantile, cliche and gonorrhea-ridden, paean to conformism, eye-fucked, affront to humanity, war crime, should literally be tried for war crimes, resolutely shit, lacking in imagination, uninformed reimagining of limp-wristed, premature, ill-informed attempt at talentless fuckfest, recidivistic shit peddler, pedantic, listless, savagely boring, just one repulsive laugh after another.
Yeah,
Wow.
but I don't have any STIs, so...
That's true. That's true.
Everything else, though, fair game.
STI, is that new for STD, or is that
Yeah.
something else?
Well, so there's sexually transmitted infections, and then there's sexually
Ah,
transmitted
okay.
diseases. They are slightly different.
It's like a Venn diagram.
Yeah.
I thought you'd said SC.
Oh,
No, STIs.
STIs.
Yep.
All right, we're looking for one. Did Kira cool my rage a bit?
Yes.
Okay.
You get a nice, delightful massage, and all of your rage just sort of wipes away. It does create a bit of a problem. Right now, you're currently incapable of feeling anger, which is weird, especially for you.
It's my default state. Uh, I don't know if I like this.
Oh,
Ugh.
you absolutely do not like it. You can't get angry about it, but it certainly makes you uncomfortable. It's like
Solandra has a look of horror on her face as she realizes that she's underwater and she cannot fucking smoke. Boil it all away. All right.
So this mental network, the aboleths aren't going to hear what I passed through, brother?
no, they wouldn't be able to hear that.
Great. You want me to kill those guys? Should we just do this?
Unfortunately, Solandra doesn't have a way to respond.
Just, I don't know. Try to make some kind of gesture.
Does brother communicate this to me?
Yes.
I don't think we should.
Why not? They're fucking aboleths.
They're... If...
They seem to be aboleths who are trying to improve their species and from absolutely disgusting, repulsive, and horrible to just repulsive and horrible.
Hey, you get
Exactly. Look, you know I'm a druid, so you know that the metaphor that I'm using here is that I understand the depth of it. It's like they are trying to be vegetarians. And it's not that plants don't hurt or feel pain, but it's different than animals.
No, I don't think so. I think that they're more like domesticating dogs out of wolves. Okay? They're breeding something subservient. If I'm understanding that right. Is that what they're saying?
You're absolutely correct. Like that is the nearest. That is a perfect metaphor.
Like they're taking wolves and making chihuahuas.
Not
Well,
quite.
not just chihuahuas. They're making things that are useful.
Exactly. Although there is no doubt in your mind that the chihuahuas will come. It's only a matter of time before some bored aboleths are like, "What can we do with this?"
That's not much of a life.
No.
So are there others among your kind who think the same way as you?
Oh no, absolutely not. Well, certainly not enough to get this little project off the ground, but yeah, we're pretty sure that if we can provide them with a fresh source of flesh that they don't have to go out and look for, or like have to worry about rebellion from, they'll come our way.
All right. So, something to Kira.
All right, fine. If you don't wanna do this, you don't wanna do this.
Sorry, I'm communicating.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So, nice-ish aboleth dudes. Fucking question for you. Once you start this,
Oh no, was Dave eaten by a wizard?
Might have been. Dave, we can hear you.
sorry, hold on one sec.
Okay.
Ah,
Okay,
I'm
gonna go
just
see.
muting.
What?
I'm just muting.
Okay. uh, fair enough, Jakara.
Sorry, she just doesn't care.
That's okay, but I am disappointed.
They don't scream like people do. Killing aberrations is no fun. It's like killing a pudding. Fuck that.
Did you hear how annoying these two are?
Eh.
All right. I'm not saying that there will be consequences. I'm just saying that there will be consequences.
Please, what are you gonna do? Toss me aside? I'm your only ranged weapon, kid.
No, I'll get a nice enchanted bow.
Oh yeah, like you're gonna take out the bow and arrows? Please. You can't even bring yourself to buy bullets. You're not gonna go buy arrows.
Okay, you got me there. I'm incredibly cheap.
It's not even a matter of cheapness, it's a matter of effectiveness. You're gonna find some sort of cheap-ass, wimpy-ass bow that shoots lightning bolts? I didn't fucking think so.
I don't know. Maybe you are just worried that you'll whether or not you'll work underwater. That's what it sounds like to me.
Oh my god. Now you're just trying to goad me.
I would do no such thing.
You would absolutely.
Am I clever enough for that? I'm really not.
Uh,
How long have you been traveling with me?
You are a sword and board fighter. Your plan is taunt and riposte. If you haven't figured that out by now, you're dumber than you look.
I have figured that out.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why you would use it on me.
I didn't think I looked that dumb. I thought the horns were coming in nicely.
Oh yeah, no, the horns look great, but it's the way your mouth gapes open.
Oh, yeah.
And your arms, like, dude, you have no idea what to do with your hands. If your hand is
Usually hold weapons.
Exactly, and when they're not, they're just like bolted to your fucking side. It's weird.
You know, maybe I should talk to Grub about getting you some limbs. You know, you should try it out. You should knock it before you try it.
Halt. That is the most beautiful thing that you have ever said to me. Never have I wanted something so much and not known it until I had it.
Oh! Okay! That was an accident. That was completely on accident, but Holt's gonna take credit for that.
Halt.
Yeah? Yes?
You've created a monster.
Oh my god.
Is that Jakara?
It's gonna be.
Sorry, Dave. I had muted you on my end. Halt suggested that he gives Jakara some limbs so she not knock limbs, and she's like, "Wait, you can turn me into a murder machine?" Yes, 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 yes.
Dagger, 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 dagger.
Holt's semi-autonomous Jakara drone.
Yep.
Beep, boop, son.
Beep, boop, motherfucker.
That being said, Grub is absolutely not going to do this. Can you put legs on my gun? You mean the crazy murder machine? Yeah, no.
Fortunately, there are other surviving technomancers in Haven.
This is true, and they have far fewer scruples.
There we go.
And a far greater interest in gold pieces.
I have plenty of that.
Anyway, so, Dave, what were you saying to the Aboleths?
So, not so fucking malevolent Aboleth. The rest of your kind, once they can breed slaves who don't rebel and who, like, don't inspire, like, armies to come against them, will they take the opportunity to build armies and go on the path of conquest with those?
The one with the wizard hat says, "What? No way!" And then the one with the lenses says, yeah, way. And then we're back to square one.
All right.
Wait, no. We're back to square one. Sorry. Like, they seriously, this starts over again. They start looking at each other and looking at you like, oh shit, we didn't think of that. Oh, fuck.
Jesus Christ.
So,
Fuck.
the thing about slavery is that usually slaves will eventually rebel and prevent it from becoming kind of like a thing that goes on forever and fucking ever and ever. But if you create a slave race that has no concept of rebellion, that serves eagerly, then, well, it'll be a fucking war.
Yeah. Oh, that's... I didn't sign up for that shit. This is exactly the sort of thing we were trying to avoid. You know what? Okay. We're gonna go solve the inevitable march to warfare problem. And, you're gonna make sure that these things stay safe. Because if someone else figures out what we're doing and thinks of the inevitable warfare problem, that's gonna be bad. But, we'll be back for them later. Yes, absolutely. As soon as we work out this one small, tiny, minor detail in a couple 100 years, we'll be back. So make sure these things don't get busted or we will be furious! Yeah, man, like, super pissed.
So, one suggestion. I mean, I understand what you guys are trying to do, but, well, I mean, you're creatures of the mind. Why don't you work on creating some sort of realm of pure mind where your people can fucking meet and have all your desires met within that realm?
Oh.
You can create essentially like a fucking pocket dimension of, like, just mentality.
Yeah, that's where we come from.
Oh. Why are you here, and why bother with fucking slaves?
I mean, like, have you existed in a realm of your pure mind?
So you're saying it's boring?
Oh, incredibly boring. You can only solve so many mysteries before you give up. Did you know that infinity is very, very large and also very small? Seriously, it would blow your mind. No, seriously, I think your brain may actually burn itself out under the strain. They say as they dig through the bag, coming out with like tubes and tubes and tubes of jizz and eggs.
All right, I'm scanning through it, seeing if I can see any. I think they use Celestial, right?
They use what?
The Chosen use Celestial.
Yes.
All right, so I'm looking for the Daskius line.
Oh, you don't need to look for it. You can feel it.
Anything else in there we should worry about?
Well, they don't give you the entire bag. They just give you all the
I know.
weapons.
Yeah. No, I'm just checking.
I mean, they're not labeled. You just see one that, you know, glows with the right white hot red rage of fucking Daskius' bloodline. And then once they feel confident that they've emptied the bag, they're just like, well, so we're just gonna go, okay?
Do they respond to my question? If there's anything else I should worry about in the bag?
The one with the glasses pushes them up again and says, no. I mean, technically.
All right, so that's a 34 of my sense motive. What are they? I imagine they found some good toys.
Yeah. Like his. Well, I mean, not really. Like, basically, he's saying, "Oh yeah, there's some really dangerous shit in this bag, but we're not going to use it, so it's not dangerous."
Well, yeah.
But after the one with the wizard hat says, "We're just gonna go," they just poof out of existence.
Fuck, that was just fucking weird.
I don't know if that was a good result or a bad result.
It was
Bad.
no. We got what we came for.
Oh.
We prevented a slave race from being created.
If they told you the truth.
Yeah.
You get the distinct impression that they were not very good liars. They're not good at dealing with people.
Holt's not going to admit that.
Oh, no, why would he? There's no point for him to do that. But they have a high enough sense motive to realize that they are just not very good.
Well, Vendries might want this shit.
Oh, I thought she had specifically asked for it.
Oh, not that I remember.
No, she didn't ask for any of it to be recovered. She just told us where to find it.
Fair enough. Still, you understand that she would probably be very grateful.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just gonna make sure, read through these things, make sure there isn't any more Daskius filth anywhere.
Nope.
Well.
There is one Guardian of Daskius creation kit, and that's it.
I will,
Is there any indication on the label that there were redundant copies made? I mean, sometimes these things have like detailed provenance.
like a vial 1 of 10 or something.
Oh yeah, honey. You know it. Your keen senses of insight,
Reading
and
comprehension.
reading comprehension and deduction lead you to realize this is but one. There is another.
And so Vendries had mentioned that the great houses would have a copy in their own vaults.
Yes.
So, next stop is House Daskius. Does this sample help us to find the next one?
No, not
I don't have a scrying spell or a locate object spell.
No, not necessarily. Finding Daskius' house probably wouldn't be too difficult. And you can evidently tell which ones are his, because your mother's hatred burns in your mind. Your sacred mission.
Would a tightly focused shocking grasp be enough to destroy this thing?
Oh, absolutely. But I mean, then Daskius jizz would go everywhere.
Ew.
Actually, can I use my brand cantrip, which is the one that's like a curse that writes a rune? No, never mind. Write a rune on every sperm and every egg of contempt.
A plague on both your houses.
So I just want to. What's the easiest way to destroy something like this?
I mean, you could just like step on it.
Well,
But then you'll have Doskia's jizz on your shoe.
Yep.
no, I want to destroy it utterly.
I mean,
So.
disintegrate's always an option.
Hmm. All right, let's. Any tools in this room, by the way?
Nope.
All right, using brother to relay the messages. Anything else that you guys want to explore or look at in this place?
No, I don't like it here.
Do you think that there's any other place that might have some salvage that they didn't strip bare?
I don't know. It might take us a little while to do it.
Almost certainly not. These guys have evidently had the run of the place.
Checking the freezer. The freezers in this room are empty as well, I presume.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Do you want to take these back as a love gift for Andreas?
That'd be a little weird, but sure. Yeah, let me.
She might
Put them-
appreciate being able to destroy them herself.
You know what? Yeah.
No, this one I'm holding on to. The rest of them are up for grabs.
Fair enough. I'll have to put them in my conventional belt pouches because I don't think I should open a bag of holding underwater.
Oh, you should absolutely not.
I may be a dumb bitch, but I'm not that dumb.
You're only 9 ints dumb. You're not that stupid. Like, the aboleths obviously have, specially crafted extra-dimensional spaces.
Right, because like they live their entire lives underwater.
Right. So they put a simple filter for filter out H2O.
We should ask them why they sealed that door.
I say we go through the door.
Do you go through the mucus door?
Mm-hmm.
Well, to go through the mucus door, we have to do something to remove the fucking.
Is it resistant to unholy magic?
No. All right. You know something? I want to get rid of this thing once and for all. I take the Daskius bloodline sample, stick it into the door without touching the door itself, just sort of embed it in the slime.
And then disintegrate the whole thing?
Then I disintegrate the whole thing.
Sweet. And then a cloud of
Disgusting.
noxious poisonous gas fills the hallway.
Cool.
Everybody make a fortitude save.
All right.
I may
Oh,
do
boy.
a quicken dimension door.
Where do you quicken dimension door everyone to?
Back up to where we came in.
Got it. You guys poof the fuck out.
So do we still need to make the fortitude save?
Nope. You said the magic
Aw.
word, quickened.
I got a really good roll, though.
Sorry.
I have really good
like
bonuses.
big
It becomes rapidly clear that was the janitor's closet. And you don't know what they did to fuck it up,
numbers.
but they closed it up behind them because they fucked it up.
I see. Well,
Apparently chosen janitorial solutions are bitch!
did they make a room full of mustard gas?
Oh yeah! Oh yeah, they did.
Okay, let's check my spells.
Oh, great. So that was that was highly unpleasant. Good job, Salandra.
Fuck, a waste of spells.
Was it really a waste? Was it really?
Mm,
That was a really quick reaction.
yeah.
You did what you wanted to do. Pretty sure that you broke down that vial in the smallest way possible.
Huh. There is nothing. There is soon to be nothing left of Daskis' line but dust and bad memories.
Good.
Good.
Fuck them.
But I'm just thinking of which. Right. Yes. The Legend of Zelda: The Wand of Gamelon. You killed me. Good. Fucking, Princess Zelda was fucking cold bitch.
So, what now? Are you gonna use some kind of ghost mom radar to find the rest?
Yeah. Yeah, we need to find Daskis' house. He had a backup copy.
Ah,
Fuck. Alright. Paying debts to your dearly departed bitch of a mom can be a real fucking headache.
oh, I bet.
Why, do you owe her too?
Only a thank you.
Fuck. She always was a slut.
What? She came on to me. What was I supposed to say? No?
Of course not, motherfucker.
Worth it for that joke alone.
Well, I'm burning through some of my stronger spells, so...
Do you need to take a rest?
Not yet, but
I don't
I
mind if you do.
still have plenty of power, so...
Clem, please tell me you turned back from being a fish.
Clem just doggedly flopping along.
Clem, you don't think that something with legs would be more prudent?
No, man, it's not about prudence.
Do you want me to carry you?
Flop, 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 flop. Clem has turned back into her halfling form.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm sorry, that was just too funny to pass up.
Right.
Alright, let's see if we can get to where we're trying to go without running into any of those fucking Wendigo. Do you have more Pass Without a Trace? I don't know if is that still working?
Oh.
I can keep it running.
Very cool.
I can break these cuffs.
You can't break these cuffs.
Anyway.
Thanks, Alexa.
So
Echo is just talking to me.
So your goal is to find Daskis' house, yes?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So by what means do you intend to find it?
So I'm not sensing the where it might be.
Do you try to?
Sure.
Make a
I'll
charisma
try.
roll.
I'll reach across my bond with my mom and see if I can see the depth and where it's leading me. And that is a 16.
Ooh.
Just straight charisma. Straight charisma, right?
Yep, yep.
Okay. Yeah, thankfully, my charisma is a little boosted.
Boosted.
I don't know if you remember, but the one memento I kept is an earring of my uncle's.
Ah.
Very smart.
So it doesn't take too long. There's a few minutes of walking through the frigid Northlands. Wandering through the ruins of opulence until you come upon a manor house that looks somewhat like this, except it's all snowed over and none of the power is working and everything has gone to shit.
What a dump.
Still impressive.
No,
Seems to be-
we're not supposed to be impressed by this.
Seems to be trying to compensate for something.
That's right, Solandra.
Definitely.
I mean, just because it belonged to a bastard doesn't mean I can't admire the architecture. If that were the case, I would find very little in District 4 beautiful.
I would say that we know that Daskius is a little tiny prick, except for the fact that he probably had surgically enhanced.
Oh, you know it.
Oh, I don't want to think about that.
Too late. It's already there.
You're thinking about it
Oh,
now.
now it's in my head. Ugh. Thanks.
The bionic prick. Seems like a good way to describe Daskius. Come to think of it.
Yeah.
We should tell him that when we see him again.
He always disappears before anyone gets what they want.
Mm.
Ayo.
Ayo.
So what the fuck are you guys gonna do about this gigantic sci-fi house?
I have a little trick to deal with it. His departures now. So.
Yes.
Well, that's good.
Yep, it's called a dimensional anchor. He actually used it on me the last time.
Oh, fancy.
That's smart.
About to say, not even there are some situations in which Magitech and magic magic and technology overlap over each other, and dimensional anchor is one of them.
He had his axe had this on it,
Oh.
but I can just do it when I want to. And I've learned how to channel it through Brother recently, so it should be should be fun.
I have to say, I am looking forward to fighting him again. Maybe this time I won't be swept away into some nightmarish labyrinth.
Yeah, that would be nice.
I'll do my best.
Well, I do have to admit that there's something satisfying to having him run away with it like a little girl every time, but I would rather just gut him. Oops. Sorry, lady. Okay, let's take a look. Do we see any obvious entrances to this place?
Yes. Obvious entrances are door and windows.
Okay. Scan using goggles to make sure, and my arcane sight to see if there's any enchantments that we need to worry about.
Enchantments, no. There was a lot of equipment and a lot of high-tech defenses, but the thing about high-tech defenses is that without electricity, they're toast. You get the distinct impression that there was some sort of backup source of power, but considering the strength of the storm that's rocked this place, it may have literally frozen over.
Any signs
That's
of any forced entry since all this happened?
Don't imagine there's giant claw marks on the doors.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't want to be right.
Oh, no, sorry.
Oh, damn it. I should just kept my mouth shut.
No, that's the reason why I was asking about whether there were signs of forced entry.
If you hadn't asked, I wouldn't have said anything.
Shit!
So, do these look like a Wendigo claws type claws, or?
You don't know enough about make a survival roll.
Oh crap!
Can I make a survival roll?
Yes.
Yay!
5.
Something big made this hole.
13. Something really big made this hole.
Damn it! You
Can
beat
I-
me to the joke.
Can I try
Go for
to
it.
make a
Holt.
survival roll? I also got a 13.
We're just all just looking at these and going, yeah, something big was here. Something real big.
Yup. Something really fucked up that door.
Holt, when we started at all this, didn't we fucking say we needed a fucking ranger or something?
I said that would be useful. Yeah.
Oh well. Well, I guess Rivo was good at this stuff, but
I
Never
was
really-
kind of hoping he'd be back when we got here. Just
Actually, Clementine, they say the word Rivo. Did you choose to become big or small? I can't remember.
last time big.
Okay. They say the word Rivo, and it just sort of slides off the smooth meat of your brain.
Huh.
It seems like it's so important, but you somehow can't remember why.
Oh.
A dear friend, perhaps. Or perhaps an old stuffed animal you used to have. Yes, that's certainly it. You do remember that it was... You do remember fondly of cuddling it. Whatever it was.
do we notice any of this going on in her head? I mean, we see her expression.
Yeah, it's
Like,
it's not too hard to notice that you're like, oh man, I bet Rivo would have been good at this, and she just sort of like looks a little confused.
You okay?
Huh? Yeah.
All right. Well, something fucking big. It's probably gonna want to talk. Fuck.
Wait, do
It will
Wendigos
probably give us
talk?
some terrible bullshit moral decision.
If this one's wearing glasses, I don't care what it is. I'm gonna come set on.
All right. It looks like a gate.
Okay.
Let's crash
Let's
it.
do it.
Who takes the first step inside?
I do.
Very well then.
How long has it been since we entered the genetic place? How much time has elapsed?
40 minutes.
Okay. All right. Good. I have a duration based effect, Susan. So I'm wondering.
Gotcha.
Halt! You cross the threshold, and you hear, and the world fills with fetid words. So the steely one now enters my lair. You are now all my game, and I find you fair. What you seek matters not to me. You look a fine meal, it's plain to see. One more step and the hunt's begun. You will die fast. Hope you've had some fun.
Ah, fuck! Thank God, a straightforward bad guy.
Excellent. Let's party.
Do the rest of us hear this as well?
Yes, he crosses the threshold, and the voice comes flying through the door on a razor wind.
Holt pointedly takes another step inside.
Yeah, boy.
I pop out a wand and I cast Protection from Evil on Clementine and Protection from Evil on myself.
Sounds good.
Thank you for not casting it on me.
I remember.
Protection from yourself.
And next session, the hunt begins!
Ah!
You're really gonna hit me with the her scene cliffhanger?
Fuck yeah.
Fuck!
For recovering the for thwarting the Aboleth's wizard plan, y'all oh hey, y'all get y'all get 68,266 experience points.
68,266.
0.6, repeating, of course.
Can
Great.
you say that one more time?
Typed it.
Thank you.
Also, two, 1, 5, 2.
Hope you guys liked dumb rhymes.
I do. I loved it.
And I'm so glad you guys. I'm so glad.
Sorry, but everything went crazy for a second on my. After the 68,006, everything was like music and like, and I can kind of hear your voice in there somewhat, Bernal, but I missed it.
I was just saying, I'm so glad we got so much mileage out of that Arrested Development gif, and I'm so glad that Cat found it, because it was vital to the comedy of this episode.
Absolutely.
God.
I'm so glad that I was able to flex my skills a little bit.